What's going on, my fellow YouTubers and my friends? It's Thursday afternoon and I'm out here on the road. I got the trailer hooked up and I don't know if you can see back there real well, but here's what we got going on. I went back out of town again. Just did it last night. I tell you what, last night went and picked up a 1941 Dodge D100. And I'm not a Dodge guy, but this is an old truck, been ratted out, and this thing is awesome. But before I made the deal on that Dodge, I had been thinking about vacation this year. Me and my brother Ron and my brother Jeff possibly. I think it's going to be just a men's group this year. Stress-free, out of town, maybe going to Colorado, but I've got this thing for big end wagons. And I've got a 1991 Buick Riviera wagon. Yeah, I think that's what it is on the back of this car. It runs if you dump some fuel down the throttle body. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this thing going before vacation in a week. But we're going to give it a go because it's our motto. We do awesome things. That's what I like to call them anyway. And some people might say we're crazy. My wife thinks that sometimes. She might be onto something. I might have a problem, but I sure do enjoy it, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you're doing real well this afternoon. When I get back into town, we'll take a closer look at this beauty and see what we can make happen. What's going on, you guys? Now, you may have seen me, may or may not have seen me when I was on the road yesterday. I went to Old Council, Kentucky, over on the Iowa side. I'm here in Nebraska, but I picked up probably one of the best looking vehicles I've ever had the opportunity to own, and it doesn't run without spraying something down the TBI, but I went ahead and dropped the fuel tank, and long story short is I'm planning on taking this car across the state of Nebraska here in about a week, and I don't know if that's a great idea, but I'm all about doing awesome things and just putting yourself out there. So I'm going to flip you around here so you can check out this beauty. I know you're going to like it. I know it. There it is. I'm just going to zoom you out here. This is a 1991 Buick Roadmaster station wagon with a 5-liter engine, posi traction rear end. Of course, it's got an automatic in there. I'm thinking that this is going to be a good time. Me and my buddy Ron, possibly my brother Jeff, I don't know. I tried to ask Uncle Tom to go along on this trip. We're going to head out to Colorado. I don't know, actually, because this little vacation, there is no real plan other than to go out there to honor God, to bring a few smiles to people's faces. That's what we do. So stay tuned here. I got the fuel tank out. We're going to check it out. I could hear the fuel pump run, but nothing was coming up front. So I'm thinking there's a rubber hose in there that connects the actual pump to the discharge line. Maybe that's rotted. I don't know. But I don't know, you guys. I think this is going to be a good time. Stay tuned. We'll let you know what we find out here. Alright, you kids, up close and personal. I don't know if you can see this, but what I had kind of thought happened obviously did. Look at that. This, I mean, that's not good. Pump's good. But it can't pump fuel up to the engine if this little piece of hose, doesn't connect. So we're going to go ahead and replace on that, and stay tuned. Well, my friends, if I just didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. But we put that new fuel pump on, got her all connected up, put in that old rotten gas. We had about 3 gallons worth, drove her to the gas station. This thing fired right up after I loosened the fittings on the TBI and got the fuel up to there, and I tell you what, power windows go up and down. We still don't got any AC going on there, but we're going to figure that out. But I'm going to go ahead and cruise this on over to Mom's house this morning, because I know that she's going to really appreciate me doing a nice burnout in her driveway. We'll see how that goes. Make sure to tune in to Mighty Mark's YouTube channel. You recording all this?
Yep.
All right. Oh, yeah. Listen to that. can see here, my friends up there on the dash, I don't know if you're looking, but it's showing that our temperature it hasn't come up at all. I don't know if you can see, but we just got done doing a massive burnout over Mom's, and then we hit the O'Reilly's Auto Parts store to get us some good cheap parts, and got ourselves a new temperature sending unit and a heater control relay because the fan just won't shut off. So we're gonna go ahead and replace on that stuff, and well, you know what? I guess after that we'll probably need to change the oil. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, we're gonna pop open this hood. Just let you take a look in here. I don't know that I really showed you the engine bay on this car, but I mean, this is a feat in engineering. I don't know what half this stuff does, but I'm sure it's got purpose. Still smells a little ratty in there, kind of like what's blowing out the vents inside the car, but we got to get on in here, and we're going to go ahead and replace our temperature sending unit, and hopefully that fixes what we got going on inside at the gauge. We were unplugged up here at the compressor. I don't know why, but I went ahead and plugged that back in, and I did tell you that we're going to be replacing the relay for the heater blower control because it just won't shut off. You got to pull the fuse out to get the blower to stop. So the car's running. I think the previous owners told me it had been at least 7 years, I believe, when this car had been parked and put up on blocks. And so, you know what? We changed out the fuel pump. We got some other things we got to do, but you know, you guys saw what this car is capable of after adding a sufficient amount of water at the rear tires over there in Mom's driveway. I know that she probably really appreciated that. She's a very understanding woman, so I hope you're as blessed as I am in that department. But yeah, I guess I should just shut my mouth and maybe get back to it. But I think I'm going to make this right here the end of our part one for this 1991 Buick Roadmaster station wagon. I want you to stay tuned though, because we're going on a trip, you know, if it's at all possible, 1 week from now. That's right. Next Saturday, we're going to be on the road, and you know, sometimes in life you do things, you don't really know what the outcome is going to be, but I think it's going to be a good time, and I'd like to see you guys along for the ride. So God bless you. We'll talk with you soon.